Hello everyone, this is Teacher Regil. This lesson is on dividing rational algebraic expressions. First, we are going to review two skills, multiplying polynomials and factoring polynomials. Let's start off with multiplying polynomials. To multiply x times the quantity 3x minus 11, we will apply distributive property of multiplication. So the first thing is we multiply x times 3x, that gives us 3x squared. Then after that, x times negative 11, that gives us negative 11x. If we are going to multiply two binomials, we will apply FOIL method. So meaning to say we will multiply 4 times. Okay, F means multiply the first terms. O stands for multiply the outer terms. Then I stands for multiply the inner terms. And L stands for multiply the last terms. So the first terms here are x and x. So that's x squared. And then O, the outer terms here are x and 8. That's plus 8x. Then the inner term here, negative 1 and x, that's negative x. Then the last term here, negative 1, last terms, negative 1 and 8. So we have negative 8. And we can actually combine, okay, these two terms here, 8x and then minus x, that gives us 7x. So our answer is x squared plus 7x minus 8. Now let's review factoring polynomials. The first type here is factoring polynomials that contain common monomial factor. So the common factor between 4x squared and 44x is 4x. Now if we remove the factor 4x from 4x squared, so what will be left is only x. And if we also have to remove the factor 4x from negative 44x, what will be left is negative 11. So these are the factors for the first one. Now here, the second type here is the difference of two squares. So x squared being the first square and 121 being the second square. So that means, okay, 121 is the second perfect square. So the factors here are just actually x minus 11 and x plus 11. Now here, this is factoring perfect square trinomial. This is a perfect square trinomial. So the square root of x squared is x. The square root of 144 is 12. And the sign here is negative. So x minus 12, x minus 12. Here is a quadratic trinomial that is not a perfect square. So this is how we factor. Factor the first term x squared. It's going to be x and x. Factor of negative 45. We will pick the factors of negative 45 that will give us the sum of negative 4. And they are positive 5 and negative 9. Now here we have another quadratic trinomial. So we can factor the first term first, 3x squared, it's going to be 3x and x. And then factor of negative 14. Okay, actually with this type of quadratic trinomial, we will do the guess and check. So factors of negative 14 are negative 2 and positive 7. How do we make sure that we are picking or choosing the right factors? Okay, we can actually verify by multiplying these inner terms. Okay, so we have negative 2 and x, so that's negative 2x, and then 3x outer terms times 7, that's 21. So this is 21x, this is minus 2x, that gives us the middle term 19x. So these are the right factors. Now the last type here is factoring the sum of two cubes. So the factors are actually one binomial factor and one trinomial factor. Okay, so where do we get our binomial factor from? So the cube root of x cubed plus the cube root of 343, okay, it's going to be x plus 7. Okay, cube root of x cubed is x, cube root of 343 is 7. Now from this binomial factor, we actually have to form the trinomial factor. Okay, how are these terms formed again? So the first term here is just the square of the first term of the binomial, x times x, x squared. And the second term here is actually the product, okay, of these two terms. 7 times x is positive 7x, then change the sign, make it negative 7x. If this is negative here, it's gonna be positive here. Okay, then the last term here is just actually the square of the second term here. 7 times 7 is 49. Now we are ready to divide. Okay, here as a rule, we will just factor all numerators, all denominators, and cancel out common factors. But because this is division sign, we can actually flip this. We can change this divisor into its reciprocal. And we will now change the sign from division to multiplication. Okay, first we will factor x squared minus x minus 30. So the factors are x minus 6, x plus 5. Then we'll factor also the denominator, x squared minus 7x plus 6. The factors are x minus 6, x minus 1. Now, we will change it to multiplication. We will factor 7x plus 35, but we will write the factors here as our denominator because we changed this part to its reciprocal. Okay, so the factors of 7x plus 35 are 7 times the quantity x plus 5. Then the factors of x squared minus 12x plus 11 are x minus 11, x minus 1. Now it's time to cancel out common factors. We have x minus 6, x minus 6. We have x plus 5, x plus 5. Then we have x minus 1, x minus 1. Then what is left on the numerator is x minus 11, denominator 7. So this is going to be our answer. Example number 2 again. So we will just factor the numerator, 10x plus 6. The factors are 2 and 5x plus 3. Then the factor of the denominator, okay, 2x minus 14, 2 times x minus 7. And then we will change the sign to multiplication, and we will factor the numerator, but this time we will write them down on the denominator. Okay, factor the numerator and then write the answer down here on the denominator. So factors of 5x squared minus 12x minus 5 are 5x plus 3 and then x minus 3. And then factors of x squared minus 10x plus 21 are x minus 7, x minus 3. Now time to cancel out common factors. We have 2 here, common factors. Okay, next 5x plus 3, and then x minus 7, then x minus 3. There's nothing left there, so that means our answer is just 1. Example number 3. So we will factor again the numerator. So x cubed plus 27, the factors are x plus 3 times the quantity x squared minus 3x plus 9, because this is the sum of 2 cubes. The factors of x squared plus 5x plus 6 are x plus 2, x plus 3. And then we will change the sign to multiplication. Okay, we will factor the numerator and write the factors down here, okay, on the denominator. But it looks like this x squared minus 3x plus 9 is not factorable, so we'll just write it down. And then factor of 3x squared plus 6x are 3x and then x plus 2. Now it's time to cancel out common factors. We have x plus 3. We have x squared minus 3x plus 9. Then we have x plus 2. So what is left is the numerator 3x. So that's our answer. Now I prepared here 2 items for your exercises. You can pause the video and work on these exercises. So it needs your skill in factoring. If you're ready, I can now show you the answer. Okay, for item number 1, the answer is x plus 2 over 2x. I have here the details of the solution. Item number 2, I have here the answer in factored form. 5x minus 1 times the quantity x minus 3 over 2x plus 7, or the product form, it's going to be 5x squared, okay, minus 16x plus 3 over 2x plus 7. Did you get the 2 items right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Regil. Keep safe.